this is not going to give you a comprehensive list of what you should do, but it's really some basic things for you to get started, both as the presenter and the person receiving the idea. How do we become better at this? I think these things should keep you busy for a while, so here we go. Let's first talk about the person presenting. So in the video, the recording that we did earlier with the movie Ford and Ferrari, here's how I start the video, and I start right up front with some tips and some advice for the people presenting ideas, okay?
We are just lousy presenters. We get up and we immediately start killing our ideas by saying something like, well, me and our team, we got together, but we don't want you to guys think this is the only idea. What are you doing? What we normally do is we kill our ideas instead of presenting our ideas.
This is critical, okay? The reason why your ideas don't go anywhere is because you're more than likely the first person that starts undermining your own ideas in front of everybody. And you're trying to be humble, but you don't realize that shooting your own idea in the front end is killing your idea, when what you should do is take that self-critique, wait for the right time when you get into the refining of the idea. In other words, the humility that you're trying to show in the front end when you say things like, hey guys, I don't want you to get that things as the only idea. And look, we're just doing some research, and you can tell you're trying to be humble, okay? That is perfect. But you need to first present the idea, then get into the refining of it. We'll go in, and it's at that point a little later in the conversation where you need to be a little humble, actually a lot more humble about your idea. But the first thing you need to do is present your idea. So whenever the floor is given to you, or you want to bring something up, okay, is you need to do like Monica did. Okay, let's watch her again from the very beginning. Okay, and hear what she did.
When you move in, Rachel's room's going to be empty.
That's how you present something. Look, here's the problem. When that room's going to be empty. And when that person leaves, we're going to have a place to this. Present, first of all, the scenario of why you want to do something. Okay? But don't take 3 minutes to say that. Because the longer that you present, the longer that you set it up, the more you're killing your idea. Just make a real quick comment. Hey guys, whenever we buy that firm, whenever we buy that office, if that newspaper ad or the social media posting doesn't go up, every dollar we're investing over there is going to be wasted. Okay? And have folks go, yeah. Okay? So if you want to present your idea, the first thing you do in a very short 1 or 2 sentences, present why. Present the reason. Present the problem. Okay? But do not take longer than 30 seconds at most to present the problem. Let folks feel the why you're about to present, and then when you get them to, yeah, okay, then you say what you want to say, and you present it with the composure, the poise, and the excitement that the Monica character showed here, okay?
When you move in, Rachel's room's going to be empty. You want to talk about what we want to do with it?
Sure.
Okay. I was thinking we should have a beautiful guest room, right? With a mahogany sleigh bed and bedside tables with flowers on it all the time. And then we could have like a roll-top desk with little comment cards so people can tell us how much they love staying here. Or whatever, I really haven't thought about it that much.
Okay, right there. Don't do that last part. Well, I really haven't thought about it that much. That's, again, killing your idea, okay? She didn't know how to stop, okay? So, but other than that, what she did was fantastic. First of all, she did it in about a minute, okay? Less than that. So you have to practice your idea, all right? You have to practice saying your idea in about 1 minute and say it very confidently so that you get the picture of what it is you want to do, knowing that they're going to probably shoot it down or ask questions. That's okay. That's coming up. But first, you present your idea, okay, and you do it confidently and with enthusiasm. Okay, and then practice doing that in a 30-second, in a 1 minute, and then in a 2-minute presentation. And you say, man, but do I really have to do this? Well, do you want your idea to go forward or not? Okay, so yeah, so for right now, what I'm going to tell you when you're to presenters, when you're thinking of doing this, okay, is well, not what you're thinking of doing is to present your ideas. I will tell you this: when it is time to present, do not undermine what you're about to present. Okay, just simply present. Okay, state the problem of what you want to present. Get them to agree that yeah, I mean, that makes sense. What are you thinking? Then say what you're thinking and say it with confidence, and then be quiet, and then say, so that's what I'd like to discuss. Is now a good time, or can we talk about that? Can we put that on the agenda for next week? Always think about, do you always have to present everything right now? Is right now the time to do it? Well, if you really want your idea to kernel up, the best approach is to present the problem, present what your idea is, and then ask, is right now a good time to talk, or can we put it on the agenda for the next meeting? I'm fine if we wait. And if folks say, yeah, go ahead and put it for next idea, put it on the agenda. Okay? That's one of the most powerful things you can do. If they say, yeah, let's talk about it now, well, you better be ready. Okay? You've got to be ready, which we'll talk about that, and we'll expound on that later. All right, now, let's talk about what about the folks receiving? What about those that are listening to the idea? Okay? It's right here in the Chandler character, the one we talked about earlier, where he just lost it because look, our reaction is usually,
Hey, whatever, I really haven't thought about it that much.
Well, I like that idea, obviously. But I was thinking...
okay, don't do that. Don't downplay it. Okay, don't do what the Steve Carell character did. Look at his face. He just heard her idea. You notice he's shooting it down. Watch your facial expressions. You can't go negative. You can't go that. You can't do this.
No, just like that?
Just like that.
When the other person feels that, you are not listening. It is clear you're not listening. When the Chandler character gives that look of bewilderment, I can't believe that you just said what you just said. You saw that? You see that right there? That right there. Okay, it's like that facial expression. You have to be careful with your facial expression. Okay, what you have to do is you have to know what questions to ask. Okay, because when you hear an idea, especially when it's an idea that you don't like, you have to watch your facial expression, but you better be really fast at the questions you're about to ask, because if you don't have anything to say, something negative is going to say. So here are the 4 things that I try to practice, that I try to use, that I like when other people use with me. You have to keep your cool, and instead of giving your opinion, instead of reacting to the person, instead of reacting to what you think about what was just said, it doesn't matter how wild and crazy it is. In your mind, tell yourself, I am not going to react. I am not going to tell this person what I feel, what I think, even though they might ask me what I feel and what I think. I can't let my face show that. I can't let my tone show that. So what do I do, Maurice? Well, what you do is you practice these 4 questions. What's the problem you're trying to fix? Tell me about that, okay? And you have to do it in a positive way, okay? Okay, that sounds good. So tell me, why do you want to do that? What is it that you want to see happen, okay? Why is that important to you? And what are the things that you want to see? What are the steps you want to see? Tell me more about it, okay? And before I give you my idea or my thoughts about your idea, I want to know this. Why? Because first of all, I don't know what I'm stepping into. Second of all, I don't want to disrespect you. And third of all, I'm trying to help you get your idea out and also help you see how good or how bad you're preparing to present me the idea. So the more that I get you to tell me about your idea and make you feel very welcome about your idea, the more you're going to either expand and realize this is a good idea, or you're going to realize, you know what, this is not a good idea at all. And so my job as a leader, my job as a manager, I'll even say my job as a friend, my job as a good husband, my job as a good dad, okay, my job as a good neighbor, is to help the other person get their ideas to me and let them feel like they are welcome and they are safe in my space. And so it starts off by validating very quickly and say, okay, yeah, it's a good idea. Tell me more about it. Okay, see right there, they're going to hopefully feel that you're being sincere. You're not giving the Chandler approach. Oh yeah, good idea. Yeah, of course. And you're not BSing by saying good idea. And then you're going to shoot it down. No, say okay, it's a good idea. Tell me some more. Tell me why is it that you're trying to do that? Okay, so what promise are you trying to do? What I'm hearing you say is that you're wanting to do this, and you're wanting to. You listen. You repeat back. Okay, so why? Okay, why is this? Help me understand why is that so important? Okay, why now? Okay, all right. So what you're saying, and as they talk, you say it back. Okay, so what would you want to see happen? Okay, good. One of my bosses one time said, Maurice, I'm going to go visit offices with you, and we're going to ask them questions, and here's what I'm going to be watching out for. I'm going to be watching out that you don't give your opinion about anything they say. I'm going to go, what? Not one. We visited like 6 offices that day, and I was like, what? I want you to take notes. I want you to interact back with them. Not one time can you comment on their idea, critique their idea. You can't overtake their idea, what the Chandler character did. You can't say, that's a great idea. So what you're thinking, and then add to it. No, I don't want to see any of that, Maurice. All day long, I want to see you validate everyone's ideas, and you have to do it in front of me. I complained, and he said, Maurice, if you can't do it in front of me, I know you're not doing it with them when I'm not around. He said, by God, Maurice, by golly, I'm going to make a listening person out of you. That was the hardest exercise. But it made me realize, okay, this is how you do it. So we go to branch office, and we talk to managers, we talk to branch managers, we talk to team members, and my notepad, and every time they said something, okay, I said, okay, so what you're saying is, all right, so tell me why. Okay, so what you're saying is, and I'd be writing, okay, so what you're saying is, okay, good. All right, so David, what they're saying is this is, you hear? Okay, good. And we never gave them our opinion. And every time they asked us what they thought, we'd say, okay, hold on, but we'll process this, but hey, this is very good. Thank you for telling us. We validated the fact that they told us their ideas, and we asked these questions. And we were writing notes down, and we told them, that we let them see that we're repeating it back to them. And at the end of the day, we go back to the office, and he says, so what did you think? And I said, well, that's a lot of stuff. He's Maurice, tell me, what did you learn today? I said, well, I've never done this before. He said, good. Now you got a lot of notes to take. We got to come up with ideas. We got to go back and figure out what to do. What are the ideas that work? We got to go back to them and give them an answer. I said, yeah. Before I left, he said, so you think you can do this without me? I said, yeah, I think I can. I think I can. He only had to do it one time. Okay. And so he is my first book. I dedicated it to him. Okay. That I wrote because he taught me a lesson that has been insurmountable. And I still fail at it today. And people around me tell me, you're still bad at it. Okay. But I'm going to work on it, and I'm going to not give up until my last breathing days. It's worth it. Because what I've seen through it is people know that they can come to me, and I try to create that environment. I want to mess up. I have to apologize. But whenever you create an environment, you see people around you thankful. Okay. And it builds an environment to where they feel they can have an impact. All right. So I hope this helped. Watch it again. I'm going to upload this on YouTube soon. Go back and listen to it here on YouTube. And I thank you guys for spending this last hour with me. And whatever you do is try to see it the other person's way. My name is Maurice. I thank you guys for joining me. If you need me, call me, 225-505-2823. We appreciate you guys very much. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.